Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Alabama's offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third.
He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wants to throw. It's Mack. Pressure coming. He looks that one in nicely. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On fourth down, going to the air. Grabs it inside the 10. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Finds his man. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The short hand to Young. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Slips through the line. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they will score. Touchdown, Alabama! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The offense set for a 1st down play. Touch pass on the run. Looking for room at the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And they got him for the sack. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Canes decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field, ready to fire from the pistol. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Mack. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff to the single running back. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires left. Makes a connection. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Finds his big tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Carr. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. New set of downs after that completion. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back. And
the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Anderson will throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy that's...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bama! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Anderson wants to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Going to the running game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Canes will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Slams ahead. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Alabama pushing the tempo. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Touchdown, Alabama! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They'll run it from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Canes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he'll move it in inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They go to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keep it on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. It's complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown time.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires it incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air. It's Mack. Throwing right. It's caught. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Going up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Canes will line up to punt it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. it definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are.
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They move the tight end all over. He'll do it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got great speed. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Back to throw, it's Mack. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown Tide! And the beatdown has ensued.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. He gets a block. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes that Alabama offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Snagged in the middle. It's Young. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Touchdown, Miami! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Mack. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Bama! And the stomping has commenced. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. How about that, making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Give to the single back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running to the left. Snowed under by the defense.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Coming after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll bring it back. It's Hamilton. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes that Alabama offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking the play. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Alabama! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He's looking to throw it. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown time! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Schaefer. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? And it's another 1st and 10 play. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Flip it. Check.
He wants to throw it again. He tries to take the top off. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. And the Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on first down. He's going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Hamilton. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0. You've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
He'll bring it out. It's Schaefer. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party clip. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but
he's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what an elite